like you can rush the quarterback. You understand? Yeah. Rush the quarterback. Let's go now.
I guess when I first came to Pittsburgh, I was in awe, and I've never told the story. It's about my family members know the story, but I would never say it like Pittsburgh. I guess I could say it now. I was not a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. I was a Dallas Cowboys fan, of all fans. Everybody else in my family were Steelers fans, you know, and still are, you know, obviously. So, you know, when I got here, it was odd. You know, the first person I met was Joe Green. And it wasn't until I actually started playing, because I got hurt my first 2 years, that, you know, you kind of felt what these guys were about. You know, when you came out and played and you saw 58, 59, 75, 12, 32, you go, those guys don't play anymore. Why do people wearing their jersey? And then, you know, it not really got explained to you. You just watched enough film, saw enough highlights of them, and then you kind of were around those guys and saw how they carried themselves and how, you know, the things they talked about, how they played the game, and you wanted it. And so for me, I wanted, not only did I want that, I didn't want to let those guys down, for lack of a better word. I wanted to play like the Lamberts and the Joe Greens played, and I wanted those guys, when they saw me and they shook my hand, I wanted them to be able to say, yeah, that's the way, you know, that's what we did, and we're proud of what you did. So that's kind of, you know, what I took from playing here. But we wanted those guys to be proud of when we stepped on the field, when they talked about Steel Curtain, that they could still say Steel Curtain, and, you know, we have a defense that was, you know, indicative of that. So that was my main goal. But more important, you know, how to become a teammate. You know, the history of Pittsburgh Steelers, how you know that you can't, regardless of what we did on the field, you know, it's kind of like a mother. These fans were kind of like our parents. That the fans were gonna love you. They were gonna love you because, you know, of what you went out and did, and that was something that, and I think it's still here. I think, you know, my rookie year, I think we went 6-10, but the stadium was still packed, and, you know, you can, I know, just being around and having been there for years and going to play teams that were not so good and didn't have good records, and you could look around in the stand and you could tell, but not here. And so, you know, we wanted that. I wanted somebody to wear my jersey. I wanted somebody, you know, to show up in the stand, look up and see 95, but it wasn't something that you just said, yeah, it's gonna happen one day, you gotta go put the work in. And so that's what, for us, that was the off-season and practice was about for us. And I think most of my teammates would agree that, you know, when practice came, you know, you didn't like me when practice came. You know, game day was a little different, but, you know, you're a different animal in practice. So that's what I took from it. So the history of these guys and what they did and the way they trained and the way they practiced, I tried to bring that into from what they did in the 70s. We tried to implement it from the late 80s, early 90s, and late 90s. That's what we tried to do. When I first got here, I kind of thought Pittsburgh was one of those teams, and I used to tell the young guys, I said Pittsburgh, because of their historic history, is a team, it's a franchise that when you showed up, it made me feel like, hey, listen, you should be privileged that we drafted you. When people hear the name Rooney, they think championships, they think class, they think, you know, loyalty, you know, they think fans, they think, you know, family. And that's what it means to me.